It has returned, and it wants your blood. Hello everyone, my name is Trevor, I go by TheMrTrails, welcome to the channel. In today's video we have the Dauntless 1.7.1 patch. With it comes a few new things, most notably the return of the Thunderdeep Drask. Consider leaving a like if you enjoy, and if you enjoy Dauntless and are not subscribed already, consider subscribing to the channel. I post Dauntless content here every week. This update will be out tomorrow, and when it is, you'll be able to catch me over on Twitch, where I will be doing a Hunt Pass giveaway, link in the description, and if you want to get notified of when this time is, join the Discord server, link also in the description. So let's begin, and of course we're going to be talking about Thunderdeep Drask first. Thunderdeep Drask was the dire version of the Drask family of behemoths back in the alpha and early beta. However, due to just general bugginess, it was removed from the game. That is, until much, much later. We're now at 1.7.1, and Thunderdeep Drask has finally made its way back into Dauntless. However, it's a little bit different. A Thunderdeep Drask back then was what you might expect, a slightly different colored Drask behemoth, still recognizable as a Drask. Despite this rather large change in appearance, Thunderdeep's moves are very similar to our familiar Thick Boy Drask. Thunderdeep Drask sort of redefines what it means to be a dire variant of a behemoth. The question is, how do you face off with this beast? Well, there are a couple of side quests regarding it, starting with the shocking developments quest from Dr. Priyani that was introduced in 1.7.0. And if you've finished that, Zayla the Farslayer will have a quest for you to slay one of the beasts. Thunderdeep Drask is only going to be encounterable on Cape Fury, and specifically in its own event on Cape Fury called the Slumbering Thunder. For the next couple of weeks until the 1.7.2 patch, this is going to be the only event that can spawn on Cape Fury. This event will feature the regular Drask, then the Umbral Drask, and finish off with the Thunderdeep Drask. Once you've slain the Thunderdeep Drask, you can turn in the quest for it to Dr. Priyani. After this, Moira will have a quest for you and will ask you to craft the Thunderdeep Drask armor set. Thunderdeep Drask is going to be the first variant behemoth of a species to have its own weapons and armor. To craft these weapons and armor, you'll need some break parts, many of which you can get from the regular Drask variations, as well as a new part break called the Deep Scale Shard. This will be a rare drop which you will only be able to get from a Thunderdeep Drask. Let's go over the weapons and armor, their built-in perks, their sell slots, and their looks. Starting with the armor set, we have the Thunderdeep's Capacitor Helmet, which has Sharpened as its built-in perk, coming with a technique slot. Thunderdeep's Dynamo Chestplate is going to have Etheric Evasion built in, and a utility slot. The Thunderdeep's Regulator's Gloves are going to have Zeal as the built-in perk, coming with a power slot, and the Thunderdeep's Turbine's Boots are going to have Zeal built in with a technique slot, giving the armor set a base perk summary of 6 Zeal, 3 Etheric Evasion, and 3 Sharpened. There's a cool contrast, in my opinion, between the regular Drask armor having Etheric Attunement and this armor set having Zeal instead. Ahem. But I think the most likely pieces to be used here would be the chest piece if you were trying to rock Etheric Evasion, or the helmet if you were trying to rock a one-shot build. Now for the weapons. First up, we've got the Governor's Sword. It's going to come with Etheric Evasion as the built-in perk with a power and a technique slot. And it's going to keep the same unique effect from the regular Drask sword, which will give it bonus damage when hitting behemoth tails. Next, we have the Breakdown Voltage Axe, and this is going to come similar to the sword, having Etheric Evasion built in with the power and technique slot. The axe instead gets bonus damage against heads, same as the regular Drask unique effect for axe. The Solid State Hammer and the axe are basically identical: Etheric Evasion power slot, technique slot, bonus damage to heads. One thing I found unique about this hammer design-wise is it looks like the ammo clip is sort of around the base of the hammer rather than just jutting out from the side of it. At least I think. I didn't and take it into a hunt. But I think they could do similar design things to this on other hammer transmogs and make it look good. For the Circuit Breaker's chain blades, once again, power technique slot, etheric evasion, bonus damage against tails. Etheric evasion being on the weapons is absolutely best fitted for the chain blades. And then we've got the inverse polarity Warpike, which is going to have the same etheric evasion, power slot, technique slot, and tail damage. I think the axe, sword, and Warpike are the most noticeable for being a different tone of the base Drask weapons. And then it's the Surge Protector Strikers, coming with etheric evasion, power, and technique slots, and bonus damage to heads. On the test realm at least, the Strikers unfortunately only have a +2 etheric evasion, but hopefully this is fixed before it's in the game. And for the people of the future coming back and watching this video, repeaters have not received changes yet that would give Thunderdeep Drask its own repeaters. I think a big missed opportunity for the Thunderdeep weapons is that they could have had a bit of an upgrade to the unique effect over the Drask weapons. And I'm not even suggesting something like a bump to the percentage damage. I don't think that would even be necessary. I think if they made the unique effect bonus damage against the limbs of behemoths, that would have been better and given a bit more variation. But I can also agree with staying true to the original unique effect. So a question you might have is, can I bond these new Thunderdeep weapons to the Malkarian weapons? And the answer to that is yes, you can. So shock weapons are going to be the first to have 4 options to bond to, and you gotta like that for perk economy choice. Moving on to heroic escalation. This week we've got heroic Umbral escalation, and next week we are going to have heroic Terra escalation. Fight your way through the gauntlet of behemoths to reach the heroic variants of Thrax and Agaris. Just make sure your escalation level is level 25 going into it, cause on the test server I didn't, and I was very mad at myself after taking 7 minutes to kill a Karabak on round 1. There was a change in the rewards to heroic escalation, being increased to 100 combat and exploration merits each, up from 50, as well as the Rams payout increasing from 5,000 to 20,000. And here's another escalation related thing, and this one I really don't agree with. Thrill of the Hunt, for some reason they decided it should get nerfed after existing as it was for like 19 months or so. It now gives 5% damage per behemoth slain, which I would say completely kills the amp. Even on round 1, right? Why would I, in my right mind, take Thrill of the Hunt if I have Locus of Power there? 30% damage right now that I have every round, versus I will get up to 25% damage, but only at the end of the escalation. They could have just increased the rarity and made it a rare amp or something if they were that concerned about it. I think there were other amps that realistically had an argument to get nerfed a bit, like sure, if you had Thrill of the Hunt on round 1, it was pretty much a must grab. But it's not something you would always grab on round 2, and you definitely weren't taking it on round 3. There are other amps that you absolutely would take on any round that you get them, so long as they were the best option. So yeah, totally dead amp now, and I am very unthrilled by that. We also have a couple of new rumor quests coming out in this patch. One is the Scintilla die, which is the behemoth die for Drask, which also finally makes its return to the game. And we also have the Field Rigged Battle Plate rumor quest, which will get you a chest plate similar in design to this hunt pass. Meet the hidden battle requirements against Thunderdeep Drask to unlock both of these rumor quests. There are some other changes coming to Drasks coming in this update as well. There was a change to which how the Drasks enrage, which I'm pretty sure was already in the game, as well as there's a new audio cue that is on the Lightning Zap attack. And Shadow Touched Drask got a hitbox issue change, as well as a new combat entrance that is similar to the Thunderdeep Drask. And let me say that I am a very happy Mr. T to see quite a few behemoth bug fixes in this patch. We need to keep those coming, please. In other miscellaneous fixes, one of the endless falling in escalation bugs was fixed. The the clothing physics from the Hunt Pass and reward cache armors was fixed. They claim they have finally fixed the bounties available showing up when you have all of the bounties drafted. There was a bug a few of you commented about, not being able to claim the Chrono Slayer event pass rewards. That got fixed. And they say that chain blades, strikers, and repeaters not staying attached to our hands during the menu animations has been fixed. There are a lot more claimed bug fixes that obviously I'm not going to talk about all of them. The patch notes should be out relatively soon after this video, if not already, if you want to take a peek for yourself. Thank you all for watching. Once again, consider leaving a like on the video, and if you enjoyed Dauntless and are not subscribed already, consider subscribing to the channel. I post Dauntless content here every week. I have been Trevor, I go by the Mr. Trails, and I will catch you guys next time.